We're going to go over the real estate numbers for the month of November next on Real Estate Daily. We're going to go over that article. What did Warren Buffett just say? What sign did he just say? And of course, we're going to go over interest rates today. Welcome everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage market. Now, before we jump into it, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I want to give you the best 5 to 10 minutes in real estate news on a daily basis. Let's jump right into it. This is from the Orange County Register, and I've said this many times. If you look at headlines, if you're out there, you have the kids, you have a job, and you're just cruising through headlines, you would think the housing market's in a complete collapse. We're falling off a cliff. It's nothing like that whatsoever. The headlines, negative headlines is always sold. So your editors out there, what do? They want to put the most negative information on the headline. Then when you read the body and it's significantly different. Usually it might even be the opposite of what the actual headline is. We are now seeing this more and more. It's a bunch of FUD. So let's go look at this. Look at this chart. Now, if we're looking at it, every single county here that represent, in fact, Socal, we are up from a year ago, completely up. There's no county that is down from a year ago. Meaning, if I bought my house a year ago, did it lose value? The answer, the average home, the answer is no, it did not. So before we think that the housing market's fallen off, we're down 20%, we're down 100%, I don't know. I keep hearing all this YouTubers, everyone out there talking about Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's garbage, guys. It is not the truth. Look at the numbers. I can pick a number and I can go ahead and say, oh, this is the one number I want to use, and I want to use it to manipulate the headline myself. That's what's happening. Now, what I've been saying also is that there's no inventory. In an inflation environment, what do? Do you sell your home? If you sold your home, where do you go? Do you pay all-time high rent prices? No. Do you move out of state? Possibly. And we went over that yesterday. Hundreds of thousands of people are moving out of state, can't afford California, the taxes, the gas tax, the homeless. Your rates on any kind of insurance keeps going up and up and up in California. Insurers don't even want to be here, personally. They just have nothing to do with this state. The state has just been driven into the ground. But what we are seeing is nobody's selling. Sales are down 44% in LA, 45%, 46, 45, 40, 53, an average of over 40% from a year ago. There's no homes for sale. There's no inventory. Why? Nobody wants to move. If I actually got a home 2 years ago and I got a 2% interest rate, where am I going to go? Oh, let me sell my house, take my $60, $70, $100,000 in equity, and then I go rent something somewhere where it's more expensive than my mortgage payment? Not. So let's get to everyone through their minds that it's so important that you own a home. It's the American dream. If you don't think it's an American dream, guess what? You're in rental hell, and you will be in rental hell until you wake up and get out of that. So, next article, Warren Buffett. Now, before I jump into Warren Buffett, do me a favor, smash that like button. Let's get as many likes as possible. Let's make it 50 likes today. I would appreciate it. Warren Buffett's favorite housing metric just flashed a major sign. What to watch in the housing market. Guys, he's saying that there might be some issues ahead in the housing market. Now, what he's seeing is just like what everybody else is seeing, the Fed. The Fed is trying to curb inflation. Well, how do you curb inflation? You stop people from buying. How do you stop people from buying? You make them jobless. Jobless. That is how you make people stop buying. This is why everyone is on the Fed and on Janet Yellen. Why? Because they put us in this situation in 2021 by having rates historically low at 0 and then printing money out of control. The biggest year we've ever printed money. They did the two things that would absolutely destroy the future 3 or 4 or 5 years of America. They did it. And now people are talking about it being on purpose. They were told by many economists in 2021, stop printing money. Janet Yellen kept just allowing it to happen. She called it transitory. The president called it transitory. The Fed called it transitory. They were wrong, and they're punishing the American people. Keep that in mind for the next election, guys. Those need to be taken into consideration. He's saying, Warren Buffett, watch it. You have to be very careful treading in this housing market. Don't overextend yourself. This is very, very important, okay? We understand that in 2023 and 2024, there's a chance that people who bought this year might be underwater in equity, possibly, okay? But with that being said, if interest rates come down, the buyer demand is huge on the sidelines right now, waiting for interest rates or waiting for more inventory to hit the market, which we haven't seen. And we've seen interest rates come down, but we haven't seen any inventory. So with that being said, guys, tread lightly. Listen to people who have experience. All right? Next article. I don't know about this. Again, I'm not a big Orange County Register fan. It seems to be very, very negative. Everything that's negative. Santa Ana approves funding for affordable housing project. Guys, they've done it now for years and years. Dude, my clients will go and what they'll do is they'll go and like the properties in Habitat for Humanity, and it's almost impossible to qualify. That's why I hate these articles. Let's just read what's the secondary headline here. It says Habitat for Humanity will develop six for sale units for families who earn up to 80% of Orange County median income. Yeah, there's about another 10 different guidelines that you have to fall in. You know, I could not get anyone approved. There's only a couple of lenders out there that they actually approve for this. And when you call the lenders, they laugh it off like, dude, yeah, is your client this, your client that, your client makes over this combined household. He goes, it's for people that, he goes, almost nobody fits in that box. That's why, hey, Orange County Register will show you this crap, but it doesn't make sense. I have shown these houses. I have called the lenders. Those homes stay on the market for hundreds and hundreds of days. And then you have all clients out there going, oh, Troy, it's 250 days on market. We want to put an offer in that's $50,000 less. I go, nope, before we ever look at the house, you go call the lender and you deal with the lender. And they called me back and said, yeah, I want nothing to do with that crap. This is just propaganda, housing. That's what it is. Doesn't work. All right, let's jump into the rates. Rates continue to go up, guys. They're floating up. All these mortgage companies are realizing that what Powell said last week was he wasn't going to cut rates or even pivot. He wasn't going to cut rates or stop, or let me back this up. He wasn't going to stop raising rates until sometime in the middle or the end of 2023. And he wasn't going to pivot, meaning he wasn't going to lower rates until 2024, 2025. Now, I think there's going to be a black swan event, and he's going to have to pivot a lot sooner on this when there is no borrowing, and we're seeing banks have liquidity problems, and we're seeing the world have liquidity problems. And the dollar's wavering, he's going to have to do something a lot faster. So that's my prediction for 2023. I'm going on Friday. I want to have a show of my predictions of what I want, what I'm thinking that's going to happen in 2023. This is one of my predictions. I'm giving you the early lead on this. So, well, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. I know I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. These are all important. Check us out on our other social medias like Instagram and TikTok, as well as shorts right here on YouTube. Otherwise, you guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow.